Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you to our next edition of our Travel Talk Saturdays. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome Colin Price from Azamara Cruises today with us. So he's going to tell us everything Azamara. Just before we start, if there's any questions, please put it in the Q&A. And at the end of the event, I'll check and see if there's any questions, and then we will go through it. So just before I get Colin to start his presentation, because that's who you really want to listen to, just a quick introduction to us for those who don't know us. We are Expedia Cruises. We opened our office in Maple Ridge in 2010, so this year is our 15th anniversary. So I'm very happy about that. We service Maple Ridge, Pitt Meadows, Mission area. We can also assist anyone in North America, although we are locally here in Maple Ridge. If you have friends or anyone who want to travel with you and they live in another province, we are easily able to help them. We currently have a team of 20 consultants, so they are eager and looking forward to assist you. Why book with us? Just quickly, my consultants, we're passionate travelers. We spend a lot of time training and development. We know what's going on in the business, so we can really give you the best information. We do this every day, so it's quite possible that we might know something that you don't know, and we're more than willing to share that information with you. We are also part of the Expedia group. With that and the big buying power we have, we can really offer you a lot of best prices and choices. I'm sure Colin can talk to this a bit later, but we guarantee that you will not find a better price booking directly with a supplier than you will get with us. We have some extra promotions and extra stuff that we can offer sometimes, and you will see later during the presentation exactly what I'm talking about. We are more than cruises, so we do everything. And with that, Colin, thank you for being here today, and take it away, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. As you said, my name's Colin Price. I'm with Azamara Cruises. It is absolutely an honor to be here. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy days as well to listen to this short little overview of who we are, what makes us special, and why Azamara specifically. So as I kind of take you on a kind of short little tour of Azamara, I love this that we really are bigger discoveries on small ships, kind of getting to those smaller, more intimate ports that the big ships just can't get into. And that's kind of the fundamental part of our three main pillars. One, being small ship cruising, we can simply dock where others can't. I love this slide where it says slide number one here. This is in Marseille. I remember asking the captain, I was like, hey, what's the quickest way into town? And he's like, deck three. Like, right, you are literally right here in town. If anybody was to ask me, how do you explain Azamara in a few short words? Many people would have said destination immersion. We were kind of the leader and the pioneer of destination immersion. And there's a lot of great companies that have been able to echo what we do as well in that sense. However, the way that we deliver it a step further is really relaxed and unrushed. And that's a really big part of travel. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about relaxed and unrushed and how that really affects you in these amazing destinations that we go to. And then, of course, our authentic events that we do, which are called As Amazing Evenings and White Nights. I'm going to highlight and show you a little bit more about what these look like. Firstly, we have four identical ships, no more than 700 passengers, just over 400 crew. Now, most cruise lines will go through a dry dock about every 4 to 6 years. We were part of a bigger cruise line called Royal Caribbean Group, so there was multiple companies there. But during COVID, we did separate to become a standalone company. And on day one of becoming a standalone company, that is when the fourth ship was purchased. So the Azamar Onward was purchased in 2022, and all four ships in 2022 went through a dry dock. Within 2 years, all four ships went through a secondary dry dock. So again, the company continues to invest into the hardware to making sure they look absolutely stunning. We cruise absolutely all around the world. So whether you're looking for something a little bit closer to home, whether it be Canada, New England, the Caribbean, I'm going to go through and highlight and show you some of these amazing itineraries and some that maybe you hadn't thought about with a cruise before. Now, there is a lot of amazing cruise lines. I can't not walk around that. So, but why Azamara? What makes us special compared to everybody else out there for sure? So, offhand, oops, one sec here. So offhand, it's our immersive itineraries. When we look at our immersive itineraries, we have over 850 late night departures. So with that being said, we don't sail till after 8 o'clock at night. So knowing that you don't have to rush back to the cruise ship. Most cruise ships will set sail at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So again, knowing you don't have to race back. I was in Santorini just recently, and when we arrived, we got there first thing in the morning. Now, you've probably been to Santorini. It's located at the top of a mountaintop. And we got there first thing in the morning. Another cruise line rolled in a little bit after us. But around 4 o'clock, this middle of July, I'm walking along, and there's over 2,000 people in line for the funicular to get back down, to get back to their ship because they leave at 5 and they need to be back on board. Or they leave at 6, they need to be back on board for 5. And we just had one look at that and we said, you know what? Forget that. Let's go grab an appetizer, a glass of wine. And we sat there, eventually had a nice dinner in Santorini. And it was really surreal as 6 o'clock hit and we saw that other cruise line sailing way out into the sunset, right? So it was really quite nice that we were able to sit there. We were unrushed, we were relaxed. And when we came out, there wasn't a single person in line for the funicular. So again, really a great way of just enjoying the place and not having to get back and wait in line. We call these extended destination days, is what we call these names. But again, we have over 850 late night departures. We also go a step further with over 380 overnight stays. And now you might think, what's the big deal with an overnight? I actually did a cruise recently around Ireland. And again, another place maybe you wouldn't have thought about cruising, but we started the cruise in Dublin. And on the first day of most cruises, you need to be on the ship for 4 o'clock. We don't set sail till 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So you're using the ship as your boutique hotel in destination. So you arrive there that first day, but we're going to set sail tomorrow at 10 p.m. Now on day 3 of the cruise, we arrived into Belfast, and 8 o'clock in the morning is when we arrived. I actually took an Uber to the airport and I rented a car. I had a car rental for 2 full days because we didn't leave till 10 p.m. the next day. Now, for any of you that have cruised before, you have to really think about it. Have you ever rented a car for 2 full days in the middle of your cruise? Probably not, right? But it was really neat that I had that freedom, that leisure to come and go as I please. And then again, just come back for dinner, came back and using the ship as that my boutique hotel. You can do these in other places. Maybe you want to do it in Africa. You want to go from Kenya. You want to go off and do an overland experience. You can do that. You have this. Maybe in Paris, when we have that triple overnight, you want to go into town and watch Moulin Rouge for the night. You don't have to worry about the ship leaving at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. You have that time as these cities come to life at night. And now I kind of alluded to this, what are our country intensive voyages? And maybe you want to see Ireland or Scotland or Japan, Croatia. Again, there's a lot of great cruise lines that can go to some of these amazing destinations like Croatia. And they can go to Dubrovnik and they go to Split. Amazing destinations. But we can take you to 8 other ports in Croatia and simply stay longer once we're there. Because we're smaller, we can get into these more unique ports as well. So these are what are called our country intensive voyages. So that's kind of a quick peek of why Azamara. We're small ship cruising, over 850 late night departures, 380 overnights. We have these country intensive voyages. Those are really kind of the main bullet points of why Azamara. Now, I talked about some of our authentic events. One of the big ones is called our As Amazing Evening. Now, what you're seeing here in this little video, this is in Mexico. What we're doing in Mexico would be completely different than what we do in Turkey versus Ireland. This is a complimentary event on our 10-night and longer voyages. And what would happen? Let's say I was in Belfast, for example. In Belfast, they took us by bus to this amazing cathedral. Now, I think you would all agree what the Irish are kind of known for offhand. And I don't think I would have thought about it off the top of my head going to a cathedral, but I walk in the door and the first table is full of scotches and whiskeys. The next table had all different pints of Guinness, and then the next table had all these different Baileys and other things. So I'm like, I've never really drank in a cathedral before. This seems a little off, but while in Rome, or I should say Belfast, so we sat and had a pint. We grab our drink, and they had this local choir do this performance for us that just sent goosebumps up the arm. The way it just carried through the cathedral was absolutely breathtaking. I felt like a couple white doves were going to fly through any moment. It was just so perfect from start to finish. And then at the end, they had all the buses lined up to take us back to the ship. When we arrived back to the ship, again, it was red carpet service. They had the band outside playing music, all the senior officers welcoming us back to the ship. Really spectacular. So again, what we do in one city would be completely different than what we do in the other country offhand. Each of our voyages will have a white night party. So you're going to want to get dressed all in white one evening. Maybe it's just a white shirt. Any little bit of white that you have, that is great. You can kind of see by the image. We set up a big, beautiful dinner out here. And what it is, it's actually a great barbecue from all you can eat lamb chops, lobster. They've got a sushi station, gluten-free, vegetarian options, you name it, it's there. And again, all our senior officers are out there serving you these meals as well. And then it usually ends with dancing late into the night. Now, I always have a bit of a chuckle because now that we have you all in white, we do a big, beautiful barbecue, which leads me to a point. We have complimentary laundry service on board as well. We provide the fabric softener. We provide all the soaps, all of that. The generally the laundry party usually starts the day after white night. So usually you'll see everybody in there with a glass of wine, throwing all their whites in the laundry machine the next day. I love this kind of phrase, the night and day difference, because we do know these cities come to life at night. And it's a shame when you leave at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and you can't see. One of my favorite moments was recently in Corfu. And same thing, we came back and just to refresh, there was an amazing castle there with an actual moat around it, with the moat like turned into a this yacht club there. And we went and had dinner inside the yacht club. So here we are in Corfu, sun setting in the background, in this yacht club, inside of this castle. Like it was just like, I am here to experience these destinations. Now, of course, you're welcome to come back and have dinner on board. We have fabulous meals on board. But again, to go out at night and to experience these cities, it really is the night and day difference experience. We can get you closer in because we are a smaller ship, our small ship. And where we can, if we're not right in the heart of the city, generally we will have a complimentary shuttle service for you to get into town as well where we can. To highlight some of our unique itineraries. Now, when you're looking at one of our voyages, like the Scotland voyage, for example, you might want to look at where are we coming from? How did we get to Copenhagen? Because we would have actually done a 17-night voyage from Oslo, Norway, 17 nights all around the Norwegian fjords, ending in Copenhagen. And then this next cruise would have started from Copenhagen, 12 nights, 11 ports, 7 late nights, 1 overnight. This is an amazing itinerary that gives you a lot of time and destination. It's kind of like you're combining a land tour into a cruise. We're a bit of a hybrid brand is what we are. I actually feel like we're almost more in line with a land vacation because you're so much time and destination, but the perk of unpacking your suitcase one time. Now, if you are a golfer, there is a perk to a couple of these voyages. We have a great partnership with a company called Perry Golf. The way that works is basically you would select if you want to golf 3 courses or 6 courses. We would line up all the tee times from St. Andrews golf course, you name it. And on first day of the cruise, we would collect your Perry Golf would take your golf clubs. The next time you will see them will be at that first tee. We arrange all the little details for it. So it's a very slick program. It's done all around the world, but generally Scotland and Ireland are kind of the bread and butter itineraries. I've seen also a lot of popularity for the Japan voyage in October as well for Perry Golf. But this next voyage, when it ended in Dublin, this is the next cruise, and this is actually the one that I did. So again, a little bit different. Mine was went Dublin, then right over to Belfast, but almost the exact same particular itinerary. So again, a fabulous way to truly see Ireland at that particular time. And then from here, this is our France intensive voyage. So again, showing you these back to back to back options. A double overnight in Paris. Again, you're not needing to race back to the ship. So instead of having 1 night in Paris, you're having 2 full nights in Paris. So you can go and do that whole overland experience. You don't need to rush back to the ship. And then at the end of the voyage, ending in Bordeaux, also an overnight ending in Bordeaux. I'm going to go one more slide. It's the same itinerary, but just to show you, a lot of the bigger cruise lines will dock up in this other city called La Rochelle. So a ship that's like 1,200 passengers or more would have to dock up there. We can go all the way down this river. This is actually fast forwarded this video, so this is usually is not this quick. We're going through this bridge and we will dock next to where the river cruise ships dock in the heart of Bordeaux. So it's amazing that we can get you right up there, saving you 2 hours of travel time getting from La Rochelle into Bordeaux, and you're ending your voyage with this overnight stay. So you don't need to race off the ship that last day. You're using us as your boutique hotel. Just to highlight some of the other unique itineraries, I'm actually doing this one myself in August. I'm really excited. So this is a little bit of a combo. It still has a little bit more Croatia in there as well, but a little bit of Italy and a little bit of Greece at the end. Kotor, Montenegro for 10 consecutive years has been our #1 guest rated destination as well. So I think any cruise line that you truthfully see Kotor, Montenegro on there, that's a big check mark. That's a great success for a destination to visit as well. I've seen a lot of amazing bookings for South Africa. I think the idea with COVID kind of changed the world, the way that we look at the idea of that's my bucket list destination is to I'm doing this trip now. Last year we were doing 12-night round trip Cape Town. So this year we decided to expand it a little bit further, going up to the Seychelles, 17 nights, again, overnighting in Kenya, down past Richards Bay, ending in Cape Town. We have a fabulous partnership with Mikado Safari. So if you do want to add that 5-day overland experience for the Kruger National Park, this is again where the team of Expedia can jump in and help guide you and show you what is the right thing. Maybe they have another land experience that they can add in, but this is where the team of Expedia Cruises here can really elevate your cruise experience. But this is a great way to kind of start in one, end in another, do these open job. Maybe you want to do a different pre or post at the end, either way. Again, actually, the cruise prior to this Australia one I'm showing you would have been all around Sri Lanka, overnighting India. So some really neat cruises out there that you maybe wouldn't have thought about. But I wanted to highlight this itinerary. 21 nights starting up in Singapore, ending in Melbourne. So overnights in Adelaide as you're coming along, but the double overnight in Sydney for New Year's. What a great way to ring in the new year. So again, you're there, the first country to ring in the new year. And then once that voyage ends in Melbourne, the following voyage is this stunning 16-night voyage all around New Zealand as well. So a great way that you can do a back to back to back. And again, start in one city, fly out of the other. Let's be honest, it's the flights that are the hardest things for all of us. So if you have the time, look at where we go the first week, look at where we go the second voyage after that. Japan is definitely one of the most popular itineraries that I'm seeing out there right now that's been booking. Obviously, that March and April is kind of the key time, but we are seeing a lot of bookings in that October period as well. Most of the voyages are going to be Tokyo to Kobe. I just highlighted one itinerary where it was the round trip Tokyo offhand, but we do have a few different variations. But you can see 15 nights, 11 ports, 3 overnights. What a great way to see Japan with unpacking your suitcase once. There's a whole bunch of different Southeast Asia itineraries out there. I'm just kind of giving you some high level itineraries here. Another very popular one that I'm actually seeing I'm based in BC myself, but the one that I'm seeing is from Reykjavik. So from Iceland all around Greenland and ending in Montreal. That has been very, very, very popular. We've also got your regular Canada, New England voyages as well. And then there's another neat one from Montreal all the way down the East Coast, ending in Miami. And then that's when we would actually start the Caribbean season. We don't touch Alaska very often. There's a lot of great companies that do a really good job in Alaska. We touch Alaska about every 4 to 6 years, roughly offhand. So it's been probably about 6 years since we were last in Alaska. We looked at how can we be different than everybody else that's doing the traditional 7-night Alaska. So going up into some of these more unique ports like Clawwalk, Alaska. A lot of people haven't heard that of these destinations. Going up into Valdez. So we are doing our northbound and southbound voyages from Whittier into Vancouver. We've got a great partnership with Rocky Mountaineer as well. And then if you are looking, you're like, nope, I really just like the idea of the round trip Vancouver. We do have one round trip Vancouver. It's a 10-night voyage from Van. Does have a late night in Victoria, so it's a full day in Victoria, which is nice. So if you got friends at home and you over on the island, you want to go visit, easy peasy. But again, looking at some of these destinations like Wrangell, You don't see these on your common itineraries on this. So if you've been to Alaska before, you're looking for something a little bit more unique but close to home, please think of us. This is going to be in 2026 that we will be doing this. Okay. Now, if these back to back to back to back cruises aren't quite long enough, you're like, Colin, I wish you had something longer, maybe around 155 days. Well, don't worry, we have that for you as well. So if you want to visit 36 countries, unpack your suitcase once, a world cruise is definitely the way to do it. There's over $22,000 worth of inclusions in here, so including from business class airfare, unlimited laundry, the premium beverage package, everything you can possibly think of would really be included in your world cruise experience. But if your 2026 is already booked up, you're like, I've already got things on the go, or I just don't have the time in 2026, then don't worry. In 2027, I do actually have a slightly longer voyage at 188 nights that you could do as well. So again, we do have these world cruises every year. They generally do sell out in advance. I was looking, there is a few verandas still remaining on this world cruise. However, one thing that's really unique are the segments. So you can book some of these segment voyages. And in this top right, I don't know if you can see my cursor going around, but I really do think from us, especially in Western Canada, segment 7, 8, 9, 10 will be very popular in our area as well. So and if you're wondering, what does it feel like on board? What is that actual onboard experience? What does it look like? It really is the staff, the crew. It's the smiling faces on there that really make the difference. And that's where a lot of our team members have been with us for 15 plus years. This is kind of where the front desk area is, where it says, welcome to your boutique hotel. That's where the front desk is. Up in the top right corner is a nice little coffee shop where you can start your morning with like cappuccino, a Danish, etc. And then the concierge service is just over on the left-hand side here. To kind of show you what a couple of our suites look like. This is not a professional video. This was just mine walking through the world's owner suite to kind of give you an idea. So to be on a small ship, you can still have a very spacious room. So you can kind of see on the size of it, it's just over 600 square feet. You can see by kind of the modern style design, the size, how large the shower area is. You've got your double sink. So you're not sacrificing on your space on a small ship cruise. Now, some of a slightly smaller suite as well. This is into our Club Ocean suite. And then this is actually one of my favorites. This is our Club Spa suite. So it's kind of like almost taking a continental suite that we have, which I'll show you in a second, and then adding this beautiful bathroom. And this is actually on the same level as the spa, so you have quick access there as well. But I love the design, the light, the colors. I think it is very stylish as well. So this is our Club Spa suite. So hopefully that video didn't skip too much as I was kind of going. And as I kind of go into the next step, this is our continental suite. So this is what we have the most suites of. All of our suites have full butler service as well. And it's not only full butler service, but unlimited specialty dining. And each of our suites also have access to a specialty dining restaurant for breakfast as well. So it's just nice that you kind of have that extra little bit of space on a small ship cruise that you can still find your more intimate space on there and have these little extra perks that are included to kind of elevate your voyage experience. We still have your traditional inside ocean views and verandas. Like any cruise line, I would say at least get a veranda or higher. Just the simple things like for us, room service is included. So to have your complimentary prime rib, eggs Benedict, and freshly squeezed orange juice and latte, when you order room service, they'll come and set it up out on the veranda for you if you want it out there. Put out the tablecloth. You've got your carafe of coffee. I think it's just a great way to start your cruise. I love room service. It's one of my favorite perks of my vacation experience. But I think the experience is slightly elevated when you're in a veranda or higher, truthfully. We do not have a casino on board. We fully removed the casinos because we are always in port. So it didn't make sense for us to have a casino on board. But we have these amazing show lounges. So you've got from your cabaret style shows. So if you do come back from the ship, a lot of our cruise directors have been in shows like Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis. Their performance that they can put on is amazing as well. So we have a lot of these common areas. There's dancing usually up in the living room late at night. There's bands playing. There's always little hors d'oeuvres being served around. There's a games room on the other side. So if you want to play bridge or do a puzzle or play Monopoly, there's a whole board game wall as well of anything that you're looking for. There's no shortage of decks of cards, and you'll find people up there usually just playing cards and listening to the band play music as we're sailing late at night sometimes. Showing you a couple more of the lounges. The Azamara Onward, which was the newest to the fleet, the lounge on the right, this is the Atlas bar. There's the one little bit different. So you can kind of see the roofing, how it looks the same, but other than that, the Onward is almost the identical ship. Again, I mentioned about the show lounges around, but the gym is actually surprisingly large for a small ship cruise. I talked about the White Knight. Again, that is one of the fan favorites. Everybody loves the White Knight evenings as well. And oh, I think just skipped there. We do have two specialty dining restaurants. I think honestly, any cruise line that you go on, I think all cruise lines do a fabulous job of their specialty dining. And I think it's worth treating yourself one night to a specialty dining restaurant. This will really just elevate your dining experience. For us, I think the price is very reasonable. Both restaurants, Prime Sea, which is our steakhouse, and Aquilina, our Italian seafood, are both $50 per person. So I think for that price point is exceptional value. I think I would pay more for some of the local restaurants in Vancouver and not quite get that experience. This is kind of like going to like the Keg at an elevated level, maybe more like a Morton's, Gotham's, Highs, but for $50 per person is amazing. So and then looking at like the main dining room, like what the kind of cuisine that you're getting as well. So the main dining room, I'll show you some of the pictures of that as well, but kind of the dining experience. We also are looking at enhancing our dining experience in over 150 different destinations of when you're arriving. We're actually having local chefs come on board to elevate your dining experience as well. In the main dining room, there's no set dining. You want to come to dinner at 6:32? Come to dinner at 6:32. We just ask no torn jeans or baseball caps. There's no formal nights with us. It's country club casual as well. So what we are both wearing here, absolutely welcome to come in a polo shirt, khakis, dress shoes, not a problem at all. So we're country club casual. If you're looking for something more casual in the daytime, there's burgers and fries by the pool. If we're in Greece, they would have a whole Euro station set up for you as well. We often will do these local experiences on board. So no matter what country you're in, generally that food would be served on board, kind of elevating that dining experience for you as well. And then at night, if you want to eat al fresco, we do set that up at night so you can dine out there. And now again, there's a lot of great companies out there. I love the simple inclusions with Azamara. We are an upper premium cruise line. We are not an ultra luxury cruise line, but we're elevating that experience for you. So things like your gratuities are always included. There's no surprise bill at the end of the week. Your food and dining, as you know, is included, and your general drinks. You want to have a cappuccino in the morning, freshly squeezed orange juice. You want to have a margarita any time of the day, that is included for you. Having that complimentary laundry service. So maybe you are on one of those triple back-to-backs and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I pack? I'm gone for a month. You throw it all in one suitcase if need be, and you've got complimentary laundry service as you go here. You've also got the concierge service, and then the As Amazing evenings on our 10-night and longer voyage, as well as some general events that we will do on board. The $1 million question really is, would you like to stay longer in destination? If you want to stay longer in destination, we are the fabulous product for you, right? I'm yet to meet someone that's like, no, I'd really like to leave Santorini at 2 in the afternoon. Nobody's told me that yet, but there's always a first offhand. So again, if you want to stay longer in destination, we are that product for you. Now, generally, if you are booking in advance as well, we have an amazing early booking bonus. Again, simple things like this will include a $300 onboard credit. This will include Wi-Fi for one device and an upgraded premium beverage package. So let's just say those margaritas that you wanted to have Patron instead. You want the top shelf stuff, then this is where the premium beverage package would come into play as well. However, we also are partner of the month with Expedia Cruises right now. Now, on most of these, well, actually across the board generally, if you're booking between July 1st and July 31st, you can get from a $300 onboard credit up to a $500 onboard credit. Now, they do have another perk that's not combinable with this, but the sale it's upwards of 40% off our pricing. So what you're going to see on my own website, they could get between 20, 30, 40% savings on that. And often I've even seen, I'm going to go back a step, they've got an enhanced version of this of Wi-Fi for 2 devices, a closer to $1,000 onboard credit, unlimited specialty dining, laundry, all those perks. And it's it's such a good deal that it's still even a few $1,000s less than our own website. So again, the team of Expedia Cruises really does have these amazing deals that are exclusive. But during this special month, if they don't have one of those special promos, you'll still have at least a $300, a $400, or a $500 onboard credit. As I kind of wrap up I try to keep that within that 30-minute, 25-minute, 30-minute, respect your time as well. So this was really a high level overview of Azamara Cruises. If you have any questions, please reach out to the team Expedia. As I was saying, they've got over 20 team members, are local, but always remember what is included with us with our Always Azamara promise. I've put up their phone number and email and contact details here for you too. So at this time, I think I could probably open up. I don't know if there's any questions that have popped up here.
I'm just opening it up.
Color difference in towels. I'm not sure I understand that question.
I think what being meant is different towel colors for husband and wife. You know, some got a darker color for the husband or lighter color for the wife. I think that's what is being
Oh,
meant here.
not that I'm aware of. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not aware of that, but it's a great question. I
Excellent.
don't think I've seen a towel different in color in towels myself.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. That's the only question I see for now. I will keep watching if someone pops up. But Colin, thank you very much. It was very informative. Even I learned a couple of things that I didn't know or that I forgot. So thank you very much for that. Just for everyone's information, I'm going to take this and post it on our YouTube channel. So in about an hour, if you missed anything, want to rewatch it or want to invite friends to watch it with you so that you can go together on an amazing Azamara cruise. We will post it on our YouTube channel. So just search for Expedia Cruises #Maple Ridge. You will find our channel there, and you can watch this in about an hour. It will be there. So again, thank you, Colin, and thank you to everyone who attended. Much appreciated. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.